excerpt about Grandpa. Okay, it's right from the beginning of the story. It says this is where Mom's talking to Grandpa at the funeral and wondering if Grandpa will take the kids. Yes, I recall. Does it have to be in late June? Why not July? Grandpa's asking Mom. The cruise is on a time frame. What's the difference? Things get extra busy around then. I don't know, Kate. I'm out of practice with children. Stan, I don't want to go on this cruise. It was important to my parents, so we're going. I don't mean to twist your arm, Mom sounded on the verge of tears. Grandpa Sorensen sighed. I suppose we could find a place to lock them up. Kendra moved away from the hall at this point. She had quietly worried about staying with Grandpa Sorensen ever since. So, I know we're focusing on Kendra and Seth for today's activity, but let's focus on Grandpa right now. What does that show as a character? Raise your hand. Go ahead, Emily.
He's not used to having kids around and he doesn't know what they like or what they want to do.
Good. He's not used to having kids around. He doesn't know what they're like, doesn't know what they want to do. It's an excellent description of Grandpa. Now we're going to try to come up with, we can see if that's a trait. A one-word character trait. Okay?
He's crabby.
Crabby. Okay? He doesn't like kids. Sounds like from that part. Now, we have read farther in the story now. Okay? Think about it now that we've read further in the story. Is it really because Grandpa's crabby?
No.
No. What could be another character trait now we could describe for Grandpa now that we know more about the story? Caleb?
He's scared they'll find out about.
Scared.
Protective.
Protective. Oh, I love that word. And you could explain that.
He's trying to keep him safe.
Try to keep him safe. So that's kind of would go with protective. That would be your explanation. Shane, did you have one?
Oh, I did, but
No? Maybe even nervous. He doesn't want him to find out what really Fablehaven is all about. So do you see as you read more into the story, characters develop more? If you just think of Seth and Kendra in the beginning of the story, you're not going to get much. You're going to say probably that Seth is, complains a lot. He's mischievous. He doesn't really follow directions. Okay, Kendra is a rule follower. Okay, she can be kind of bossy to Seth. But as you read more into the story, you're going to find out more about them. So make sure you're thinking about what's happening now in the story, not how they were necessarily in the beginning. So you're in groups right now. Your group each has a different task to do. Okay, so for example, you're going to read the directions at the top of your page that your group has. Everyone's page has to do with identifying character traits. Okay, just a different way of getting there. Now, everyone's page has this special sheet here. It's either some of them, because I'm groups 2, you guys only have a one page, it's just front and back. But everybody has this wonderful list of character traits here. You've seen this before. Okay. Pick a trait from here if you're having difficulty determining one with your group. Okay, remember, 5th grade traits are not happy and sad, okay? We've come a long way from defining characters like that, all right? So, we want to have the best possible description. Okay, so for the first group here, okay, your task is going to be to determine one trait. You're going to work together for each of the characters, explain it, and then on the back, you're going to have to pretend that Kendra and Seth switch places. So you're going to describe a part of the book where they switch places and what that would be like from each one of their point of view, basically. So if Seth acts like Kendra and Kendra acts like Seth, so that's what you two groups are going to be doing. These 3 groups right here, you guys are going to be doing something similar to what we've done before, picking character traits. You guys are really going to focus in on the evidence. You're going to work together because this can take a while to find evidence to support your traits. Okay?
Thank you.
And then you're going to explain what it means. So, for example, have a seat, guys. Okay, one quick thing with groups 2. So if you have task 2, raise your hand. At the top it says task 2. Okay, task 2. You guys are going to have to recite the evidence and then explain it, more than we've done before. So if we're talking about Grandpa, for example, even though he's not one of our choices right called a word splash, and I'm going to explain that more with you guys specifically. But first, we have a small activity. So, you guys all have your jobs? Okay? Everybody knows what to do. I'll be around to help each group work together as a team. If you have questions, I'm sure somebody else in your group probably knows the answer. And go ahead and get started. Careless, do you agree? Mischievous? Now, you guys need to work together. You need to split up the work. That might be the smart thing. What do you guys need to say when you're careless? What part of the work are you doing? When you sit, I can do lots of things. Okay, touching everything in house as soon as he gets there. What about when he makes the mistake about going and right from the beginning? He tries to make an accurate check the screen. So you can go to check the screen and see what's going on there. So, working together, citing your evidence, page numbers, and then explaining. Okay?
Because they're weird.
Hey, curious. I like it. Be curious and good way, you say good way?
No, you don't want to know you love
No, sometimes be curious. Can be curious. The berry, seems to be a popular one. So what are you guys thinking when you say not supposed to? He didn't follow the directions. That's why I'm seeing big problems with him.
He thought he could sing better than me. I'm just gonna do a psycho. Let's do this. Yeah, she's right.
And the top.
Wait, you know where I'm
What's a word?
And then I'm like, everybody's
Amazing.